Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Merchandise Memories, where today we are going to be covering Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. If you haven't already, please click down below and click the subscribe button. But once you've done that, we will get going with our first piece of merchandise from Disney World, which ironically has first on it because it is from my first visit in 2015-ish, I believe. I went out there. I've got friends out there, Rob and Alyssa Alvey of Theme Park Review. I went to see them and stay with them, and they took me all around Florida attractions and all like Busch Gardens, etc. But obviously the key one is Disney World. So this I got my very first day. I flew in, whatever time I flew in, but I'd been up by the time I landed. I'd been up for like 24 hours, so I was knackered. And Rob was like, "Oh yeah, let's get into the Orlando time zone compared to England." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, that's a good idea." So we went straight to Epcot, and he went off to guest services at one point while I was standing by Spaceship Earth. That sounds cool, yeah, Spaceship Earth. And then he came back with that, obviously first visit, which was nice. And it was right near my birthday. Or it was the day after my birthday even, so he came back with that. He also came back with that, which I thought, that's pretty cool. I don't know how many parks actually do something like that, but more parks should do. And for the record, whoever did that has incredibly neat handwriting, because my handwriting is not that neat. So yeah, he came back with them, and that was nice, but I was really tired, so he thought, oh, let's go on Mission Space, that's a good idea. And that's the last thing I remember from that day, I'm not going to lie, because I just remember going, that we went on the orange, is it orange? The orange one? I came off feeling a bit sick. And then I don't know what we did after that, I really cannot remember for the life of me. But I do know that, I know that we watched the show that used to be on the lake, but I don't remember any of it. I was sort of like standing zombie. But, but I watched it after that, so I did see it and remember it. But yeah, like let's be fair. That's a interesting show. Well, it was lots of fire. Fire's good. Yeah, but I don't really remember much about that first day other than the badges and the nearly being sick. Obviously I slept very well that night, and then we did more Orlando stuff after that, such as I think we did like all the other parks, and then we went back to Disney. We saved Disney till the end because Disney's the best. Fact. Yeah, so that was my first ever Disney World park was Epcot. So there you go, and I have to say I do love Epcot. It's a beautiful place. Even if you don't want to go on the rides, you just go for a walk around. Walk around the World Showcase, and it is lovely. It's all good. When I went, magic bands had become a thing, and I'm sure for the astute of you who have paid any attention in the past 3 minutes, that I am wearing my 2 magic bands right here, and they are both, that is the wrong one, Frozen ones, because I am a Frozen fanboy. So yeah, I got this one here, the classic Elsa, as it were. I got first, and then I went back a couple of years later and got the summery Elsa one. And it's all, it's good. And these things are great. I think more parks should invest in things like this because it just makes life so much easier. I get why Disney invested in it first because they're the ones with loads of money. But more parks should. It would be a really nice thing. It's a nice memento, it's a memory. I remember getting this. Rob bought a load of these little things that you can get, that you put in, that I can't seem to pull out. This little snowflake, there was a snowflake, there was an Olaf, and an Anna, I think. I think there was an Elsa one as well, but I lost that at the park. But it's all good. Like, they're genius, they're brilliant, they're comfortable. I know they've got different ones now, I've got like a bigger disc in, but yeah, I haven't been back since. So yeah, like, go out, get magic bands. And I remember when I got these magic bands, I discovered, as you'll see in a picture shortly, these frozen like Rice Krispie cakes, and they were the best thing ever. They really were. If anyone goes to Disney World and wants to buy loads and send them to me, please do, because they are so good. So good. So yeah, they're the nicest Rice Krispie cakes I've ever seen. Along with the Frozen Magic Band, I also got a what way to put it, Frozen phone case, which you'll see in a picture. I got the Elsa one. Why would I get the Anna one? I don't even like Anna. I got the Elsa one. Rob got the Anna one. And as you'll see, the first time I went, the Frozen ride wasn't a thing. It was Maelstrom had been closed, and as you'll see, there's me in front of it with phone cases. And then if you look next, which you'll see now, is me with the phone cases in front of Frozen Ever After when it opened. And for the record, I love that ride. If you haven't seen it, there's a link to the POV down below in the description. But seriously, like, I love it. It's the best. It made me so happy. I need more Frozen things in my life. They just make me happy. But yeah, like, that's a nice before and after. And if I can find the tweet, Disney World called me one of the biggest Frozen fans in history. So take that, everyone else who likes Frozen. I've been certified by Disney World's PR team as the best Frozen fan ever. So, way. I mean, yeah. It's ironic because the more I think about it, the more I go, oh, all the merchandise I've got is from Epcot. Not Magic Kingdom, not Animal Kingdom, because I wasn't a massive fan of Animal Kingdom. I mean, last time I went was about 4 weeks before Avatar Land opened. So yeah, I haven't been since then. Studios they'd only just closed the Studio Tram tour, so there was no Toy Story Land, there was no Star Wars Land. Not that I'd care about Star Wars Land, I do not like Star Wars, it bores the hell out of me. But what are you going to do, right? It's popular, people like it. So yeah, like, I probably should. I mean, to be fair, I think I got one of these magic bands in the studios because it was hard to get hold of because it's Frozen and, you know, it's popular. Yeah, so that's all good, isn't it? If you want a good laugh about something I've done at Epcot, if you look in the description below or just above you right now, you will see a link to me trying Beverly for the first time, and it was nasty. I think they've closed that little shop now, but it was nasty. So yeah, let's go on to our next piece now, which is this. Ta-da! Lanyard with a media pass on the end of it. So this is from, as you can see, the very first Epcot International Festival of the Arts. Obviously, as I said previously, I was out in Orlando with my friends Rob and Melissa, and they got invited to the very first launch of the relaunch, maybe, I can't remember, of the Festival of the Arts at Epcot. This cost me a lot of money. I mean, the immediate pass didn't. That was free, because this was the day I was going home, or the day before. I think it was the day I was going home. But yeah, it cost me a fortune, because obviously they had all these little art stalls around the World Showcase where you could buy Disney art. And unfortunately, I didn't spend a lot of money on that trip until this point, so I had money to burn, and I bought some Frozen art, because Frozen fanboy, as you can see right now. Yeah, that's what I bought. A great event, like, seriously great event. Like, I'm not a big art lover, but Epcot, love Epcot. And two, some of the stuff is just really good. It's really different. You can meet the artists and stuff. It was awesome. And yeah, like, if you ever get a chance to go to that, like, I've never done food and wine, but I've done that. And if that's a damn good thing to go on, like, it really is. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and then I had to fly home, which was a bit disappointing, but nonetheless. So yeah, like, merch-wise, that's all I've got from Disney World, believe it or not. However, I do just want to talk about how amazing Disney World is. I've been to Disney Paris, and it's not that great, personally, but Disney World is amazing. It's very rare, especially in these days, that I get that sort of magical feeling, happy feeling, or in general, to be fair. But when I first stepped into Magic Kingdom and I walked down, through the entrance and all that, Main Street, that's what it's called, I knew that, down Main Street, I had that feeling of, this is cool. Like, it was awesome. And the Magic Kingdom, again, the Magic Kingdom's a lovely place to walk around. I got my, you've got that beautiful view of the castle. I got my picture taken with Walt Disney in a box because they were redoing the Magic Square or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. But yeah, and it's like I've got a huge soft spot for Disney World in general, like as a whole, not just Magic Kingdom and Epcot, but the whole place is just amazing. And I'd love to go again. Obviously, I can't right now because the world's going to end. But I really would love to go again. I could talk about all the wonderful things there in immense detail, but you'd all get pretty bored of me just going, Frozen Ever After is the best thing ever. But I do love that ride. I went on it like 7-8 times. So yeah, like it's hard to describe without being there how good that place is. Like, I've been to Universal and I'm not a Universal fan. I did not particularly like Universal, if I'm honest, because if you're not a Harry Potter fan, which I am not, most of it you just stand there going, well, that's a good quality piece of theming, but I don't get it. Like, yeah, it's just like everyone understands Disney, everyone. But yeah, so it's all good. It's all good and happy, and that's about as much as I can say for it right now without being asked any questions. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. I'll put a link to a few Disney World videos in the description as well. Thank you for watching. The next video I will do will be Jessica World of Adventures Resort. I just decided that right now, because I got a piece of merch from there from before I was born, so that'll be interesting to look at, won't it? And coming soon will be a new series called Let's Talk About, where it'll be me, maybe some friends, maybe on my own. I haven't decided yet, and we'll pick a topic and we're just going to talk about it, going to talk crap about it. Might talk about it for 10 minutes, might talk about it for 10 hours. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But if you've got any topics you would like to hear me talk about, or me and my friends talk about, put it in the comments below and we will get around to it. I think the first one we'll probably do, just because it's out of interest for a lot of people, is how I became a rides nerd. I mean, I covered that a bit in the previous Merchandise Memories video, but we'll go into it a bit more. There's more to it, how it developed over the years and how I learnt who Intamin were and B&M were and things of that nature. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.